If you ever needed another reason to exercise, you can point to this. And this research is kind of alarming and a little scary. But if you look at IQ over time, over the course of your life, right? Well, pretty much IQ stays pretty steady until about 35. About 35, it starts to kind of drift down just a little bit. If you look at like the general scope of people, right? And about 45 is when it starts to kind of drop. And after 50, it really starts to go down. And this is a crazy thing because we don't really know much about how to make this better, but we really know quite a bit about how to make it worse. And the two big ways to make it worse are to get out of shape and eat very poorly. And this doesn't take a lot of proof. I think if it's just way easier to get worse than it is to get better. All we'd have to do to get actually to lower our IQ is go eat McDonald's for a week. Nothing but McDonald's for a week, your IQ will drop. If you eat nothing but processed food for a week, your IQ will drop because you like your body, your guts, your everything just doesn't feel very good, right? So it doesn't take much to make our IQ go down. Now the other thing is we have a huge brain, so it takes a lot of our heart really has to move a lot of nutrients to get that blood up to the brain. So this is the theory anyway, is that as we get older and we get up to that 35, 45 range, it starts to teeter off. And at about 50, it starts to really drop down pretty heavily. This is the crazy thing. When people are introduced into a strength training and a cardiovascular type program, all of a sudden those numbers, and they start eating better, all of a sudden those numbers drift back up to where they were when they were 30 and 35. So if you really want to do yourself a favor and you need one more reason to push yourself into exercise, and it's to grow your IQ back up to where it was when you were 30, 35, so that you keep your mental game going. Because it takes a lot of blood to run this thing. It takes a lot of nutrients to push up to there. So make sure that you're getting your strength training and make sure that you're eating by, we all know enough to make better decisions, right? So make the better decision. We all know enough to make better decisions is what I meant to say. So get your strength training, get your cardiovascular activity, and make better decisions when it comes to food. It's just one more reason. But do it anyway.